Social Studies, Lesson 2, An Inland Climate. Vocabulary, Lake Effect, Tornado, Blizzard. What is the climate like in the Middle West? Lesson outline, Far from the ocean, warm weather, winterland. Strategy, reading strategy. Copy this chart. Fill out 2 facts about summer and winter in the Middle East. Actually, the Middle West. Build background. The climate of the Middle West is affected by its land and location. Unlike some other regions, the Middle West does not have large oceans or high mountains. It is also not very close to the equator. In this lesson, you'll learn how these features affect the region's climate and people. Far from the ocean. In the introduction, you learned how ocean breezes affect temperatures on nearby lands. The Middle West is far inland, away from the Atlantic or Pacific Oceans. There are no ocean breezes to cool the land during the summer or to warm it in the winter. As a result, temperatures can reach extreme highs and lows for much of the summer and winter seasons. Lake effect. The northeastern part of the region, the Great Lakes, affect the land much like the ocean in other parts of the country. This is called the lake effect. It gives the area a gentler climate than other parts of the region. Southern Michigan is affected the most, where the temperatures stay warm long enough for some farmers to grow berries and other fruits. Every year, festivals celebrate the harvest. What is the lake effect? Chicago above is located on Lake Michigan. These workers are serving cherry pie at the National Cherry Festival in Michigan. Well, my hands are so dry I can't turn the page. Nope. Data graphic. A changing climate. The climate of the Middle West changes with the season. Study the graph and map to answer the questions. Compare and contrast the temperatures for Des Moines and Detroit. Which states have the most rainfall? This cow won a ribbon at the state fair. Warm weather. The growing season of the Middle West is short. Farmers cannot plant crops too early, or spring frost will kill the young plants. However, they must have enough time to grow and be harvested before the first frost in autumn. Although the climate is perfect for growing corn and wheat, farmers must also worry about droughts. Most use irrigations to make sure their crops get enough water. When there's not much rain. However, the long droughts can make irrigation difficult if the water level of the river and lakes and wells become too low. Summer storms. From June to September, people in this region stay on alert for thunderstorms and tornadoes. A tornado is a dangerous storm that forms into a fast-moving funnel of wind. Tornadoes or twisters can move up to speeds of 200 miles an hour. The force of the winds can destroy everything in its path. Many people in the Middle West have special shelters in their basements where they can stay safe until the tornado passes. Summer recreation. Outdoor sports are popular throughout the region. The Great Lakes are perfect for boating. In late summer, many parts of the Middle West host festivals and state fairs to celebrate the harvest. What is a tornado? It's gonna be a twister. Winter Wonderland. Without warm ocean breezes, much of the Middle West stays cold and frozen in the winter. Icy, wi- Icy winds travel at high speeds across the plains, chilling everything in their path. Many winter storms begin in the cooler parts of Canada. Temperatures fall below the freezing marks. Sometimes blizzards form. Blizzards are winter storms with temperatures below 20 degrees, strong winds, and lots of snow. In a blizzard, it can be difficult to see in front of you because of the heavy snow. Lake effect snow. Cities near the Great Lakes, such as Chicago, Illinois, Green Bay, Wisconsin, receive heavy snowfall every winter. This lake effect snow occurs when cold, dry air from Canada meets warmer, damp air over the Great Lakes. Moistures in the cold air form snow. Some areas can receive more than 200 inches of lake effect snow each year. People in the Middle West find ways to enjoy the winter season. Ice skating, snowshoeing are popular winter sports. Some communities also have winter fairs where they build houses out of snow and make sculptures from ice or snow. Where does the lake effect snow form? Kids climb on a sculpture at a winter festival. Heavy snow falls during the Minnesota blizzard. Ice skating is a popular sport. Putting it together, weather in the Middle West is extreme and can affect the whole country. Farmers count on hot summers to grow their crops. Unusual weather, such as droughts, can damage their fields and affect the food supply for our whole country. People working in the weather stations inform the public about sudden changes that can produce tornadoes or blizzards. Making snowballs and sledding are part of winter in the Middle West. Review and assess. Write one sentence for each of the vocabulary words: blizzard, tornado, lake effect. Why do temperatures reach extreme highs and lows in the Middle West? 3. Describe the climate of the Middle West region. 4. What economic effect do you think a drought would have on farmers? Compare and contrast the seasons of the Middle West and Southeast regions. Using the map on page 260, identify the Middle West city located near one of the Great Lakes. Research the average monthly temperature for that city using your school library or the internet. Create a line graph showing the results. Suppose you lived in the Middle West. Choose a season and write a paragraph describing the types of activities that you might do after school and how the weather would affect your plans.